Hey guys, it's Kyle with GrassrootsPOV, and welcome to the YouTube channel. As I compile some of the content I recorded during my recent trip around the country on the tour to watch different USL games, I wanted to make a quick video that for each of these stops that utilizes some of these clips, interviews, and other content that may not have made the Instagram page. Technically, this was my second stop on the tour, as I had visited my local club, AV Alta, a few days before on the weekend. However, this was the first stop that really required an actual flight and a whole lot of travel, not just a few-hour car ride, and really kicked off the travel portion of the tour. For this match, I was credentialed as a media member, which for USL basically means there's not a whole lot of extra access. It depends on each of the sites, with interviews available, how the game goes, and things like that. But it does mean that I can bring in my nicer camera, which can shoot still photos, which is always nice, and I got some great photos in an Instagram post that I'll link below. Most of these clips were just shot on my iPhone, which still gets some great quality, so let's get into it. Before the match, I spoke with some of the members of the Forward Flock, which is the official supporters group of Forward Madison, and these were some snippets of their answers about how they got into supporting the club.
Back before Forward Madison was a thing, I got pulled in by basically American soccer Johnny Appleseed, Peter Wilt, very early on in the planning of this club, and was privileged enough to kind of help be part of that initial fan group that really helped establish kind of the club crest, our colors, our name, energy on match days, all of those things.
I started watching the team 3 years ago after that. So I was coming in, showing up and watching, and then I got asked to come perform and do things with the team, and it was fun.
I tapped in the early days. I was head up by Andrew Schmidt and his conviction, and want to help develop the community and the supporters groups around the club before it was even an actual club. Really made me want to believe in it as an already football supporter of clubs around the world. So I hopped in right away before we even had a full name and colors.
In the 28th minute, Luca Dorado, who has been on an absolute tear of recently, one of the most entertaining players to watch in USL League One, opened the scoring, and the game would actually end up finishing 1-0, so this was the decisive goal. The attendance for the match was reported at just under 4,000, a number which I thought was pretty impressive considering it was a scorching hot, humid, midweek match for a club that a lot of the supporters admitted themselves hasn't really been living up to expectations. They've turned it around a little bit since I had gone to this match, and this match was sort of one of the key contributors to that, but at this point they had not been doing so hot. It was also Bark at the Park night, which might have helped with some of the attendance, but the amount of really cute dogs all around the stadium was really cool. As the second half started to wind down, I won't sugarcoat it. It wasn't the most entertaining game I've ever seen. South Georgia had a few of their chances. Forward Madison definitely could have scored a brace, but the game would end up finishing 1-0, and Forward Madison got a much-needed 3 points. While the Flock may not have been at its highest attendance for the season, they still made an incredible amount of noise and could be heard from the other side of the stadium throughout the entire match, which in a lot of ways I feel like legitimizes a lot of these quote-unquote lower-level matches, just from a fan perspective, to really have that buy-in and just give that general atmosphere for the whole stadium, even the people that aren't necessarily part of the supporters group. The Flamingo mascot was also one of my takeaways, just cracking up to myself throughout the match. The fact it was also it's such a massive mascot, physically in size, to just see it all times throughout the stadium. So it really stands out, which I found hilarious. It's kind of a cool backstory. It actually started, I think it was the early 2000s, around that time. There was a UW Madison prank where there was a bunch of lawn flamingos on one of their main quads or something along those lines. So it's a little bit of a cool story. It's a big symbol with Madison. But yeah, I'm just going to shut up and let you guys enjoy these clips of the mascots. you guys for watching. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this sort of content over the next few weeks as I gather some of the content, interviews and clips and those sort of things, and compile them all into these smaller YouTube videos to sort of recap some of the trip. So thank you guys for watching. Bear with me with some of the production, kind of figuring this out as I go. But I appreciate your time, and I'll leave you guys with a clip from one of the Forward Madison supporters talking about what soccer and the culture with soccer means to Madison and Wisconsin as a state.
What do you think makes Madison as a whole, just with soccer culture and with the flock and with this team? What do you think makes it so special compared to some other markets?
For me in particular, for me, it feels like it truly is Wisconsin. This team really does hit a mark on that. Because one, we have the whole team, we have the community, we have the friends. It's almost like family. We have animals. Most times we have dogs. Sometimes we have cows. It's Wisconsin. We have beer. Oh, sometimes we get cheese curds, but we got the beer.
All right, thank you so much.
Of course.